After the Second World War, Germany was artificially divided into two states. In the west, Federal Republic of Germany, built as another Western democracy. In the east, the German Democratic Republic, a communist dictatorship in the mold of the Kremlin. So, as you can imagine, in addition to being separated, the two Germanys were at odds with each other. They had two completely opposite political models. The Berlin Wall became the symbol of this division, a barrier to prevent the citizens of the GDR from fleeing to the west. But the communist regime did not simply erect a wall. No, they wanted to keep their entire population under control. To this end, the so-called Ministry for State Security, better known to all as die Stasi, was created. It was one of the best intelligence services in the world, a kind of secret police or spy corps dedicated to locating the enemies of the state within the GDR and also to fighting the enemies of communism abroad. Friends, information is power, and today on Visual Politic we are going to look at the influence of die Stasi in the history of Germany. Listen up.
Other people's lives.
There was one good thing about the GDR. It was that reality TV would never have succeeded. With 90,000 employees in the Stasi and at least 600,000 informants among its population, who do you think was going to watch Big Brother? Because, my friends, the entire GDR itself was a kind of giant Big Brother. 90,000 employees and 600,000 informants. Almost 700,000 people watching. That's crazy. And if we consider that the population of this country at the time was only about 16 million, things get even worse. Approximately 1 in every 22 people collaborated with this secret police force. But let's go back to its origins. At the end of 1949, the USSR created the GDR, and 4 months later, this new state created the Stasi, with one objective: to keep only one party, the SED, the Socialist Unity Party, in power. It was a Marxist-Leninist party that was to the left of what we call the left today. The fact is that the success of the Stasi as an oppressive agent was undeniable. It kept the society of the German Democratic Republic under control from its creation until 1989. That's almost 40 years later. In fact, the biggest internal revolt in the GDR, the strike of June 1953, was over faster than a TikTok video. Of course, the question we can ask ourselves is, how did the Stasi do it? Well, to start, we have to keep two premises in mind. First, they controlled everything. And second, they did what they wanted with absolute impunity. And no, I'm actually not exaggerating. The Stasi dominated all facets of life. It could keep you from finding work or finishing your studies. If, for example, you showed some kind of disaffection with the regime. The network of moles who had infiltrated society played a fundamental role in this. To give you an idea, in practically every building, there was a neighbor who supplied the Stasi with information about any suspicious behavior, who came in, who went out, if anyone changed their habits, anything. In addition, all communications were monitored. The Stasi read letters and listened to telephone conversations, and special monitoring was reserved for investigating potential dissidents. Their homes were bugged, of course, without any warrants or controls. The citizens of the GDR were completely lacking in basic rights. People disappeared from one day to the next. In the GDR, there was no limit on pre-trial detention. An estimated 300,000 people were held in one of the 3 Stasi prisons. And unfortunately, as you can imagine, the deaths attributed to the Stasi are also counted in the thousands. The Stasi central prison was a legacy of the Soviet occupation. Everyone feared ending up in one of its cells, the so-called U-boat. Yes, exactly like the submarine. Damp cells with no outside light and a constant deadlight, so that the inmate did not even know what time of day it was. The prisoners had no contact with anyone other than their captors, but there is more. There were special punishment cells, cells with water-covered floors or rubber-lined walls to insulate them from any noise. Terrible. Friends, the control that the Stasi had over society reached such a point that it is known that sometimes they stole used underwear and towels, labeled everything and kept it so that if necessary, the dogs could track down any dissident.
Alright, so the last noise campaigning clip, you see a stalker walking past, a stalker I've never seen before, and my street's a dead end. So a car's going to drive past at the exact same time the stalker's walking past the house, and the stalker's going to blow the horn, and these are the sorts of different tactics they use to noise campaign at the front of the house, all done to let the target know he's on watch. Keep watching. And as you can see, the actor fake waving, and again, never seen this guy before, and my street's a dead end. Chances are they would have dropped him off to do the assignment, and then they'll pick him up when he's around the corner. So keep watching. Show my first location, Brunswick. Stalkers doing their assignments. Keep watching. Alright, slowing it down, zooming it in before I walk into Woolworths. You can see a stalker rocking up, wearing glasses, on the phone. His job is to stay at the front the whole time. And you're going to see how he times it when I walk out. And he's going to hand signal right now. Keep watching. Now hand signals. Senior citizen on the phone down there. Alright, so the next stalker coming up, he's going to be in position right now. You can see the stalker just standing in one spot. He's fake shopping and he's speaking to the handler in real time. So they know what I've got to buy, bread. So you can see where he's standing right now, and once I walk towards where the bread is, he'll get into another position, but I'm focusing on the bread. But you see him going around and then end up to where he is right there, because you can see that I'm visible, right? And you've seen this plenty of times. When they make it obvious, I mess around with them. So keep watching. It says stalker doing his assignment. He's on speaker. He's just in position looking one way here. Alright, so as I'm walking towards the bread, slowing it down, zooming it in. Right now he's changing position because his view's blocked. Like I said, I'm focusing on the bread, but once the video continues on, you're going to see where he ends up. Let's come back. What's that? Alright, now he's around here, scratching his head. Alright. Now he's going around again. Burger buns. Alright, he's back at the exact same spot he was before. Alright, just take a look. Alright, you can see he's not shopping, right? He's fake shopping. You can see this here. He's just looking around now, alright, because now he knows what I'm doing. Alright. Alright, see what he does now. You can see what I'm doing. You see he's not shopping, right? He's fake shopping. You can see this here. He's just looking around now, alright, because now he knows what I'm doing. Alright. Alright, see what he does now. You can see what I'm doing. Alright. There you go. Alright. And at the front there, you can see at the beginning of my video, I show you the daughter filming the target. The one that's playing with his hair, that's the stalker when I walked in position. And I show you at the beginning of my video when the daughter's filming the target and the father's right and the father's right next to the daughter while she's filming me, and the handlers were at the front. That's what the father was looking at. You see that at the beginning of my videos. The intro, and that was after 15 years coming back to this location here, because I lived around here over 20 years ago. So once they let me know I was in the program, I came back here to see how massive the program is, and immediately they started filming the target, the daughter, right? And again, you see that at the beginning of my videos. Everyone you see working for the state. There he is again. Alright, you can see he's not fucking shopping. Nah. Excuse me, have you got the time?
It's 1:45.
Thank you, thank you.
No worries.
Alright, so I caught that stalker's face. So I'm slowing it down. You can see the Asian stalker just walking around, not buying anything. And this is what you go through when you're on the government watch list. Everyone you're seeing at these locations working for the state, only a certain amount of stalkers are chosen to do assignments at each location. And I showed you the video at the beginning, the Stasi. It's worldwide. Wake up to my work to understand what you're seeing happening worldwide. So I'm walking out now because I decided not to buy any bread. They didn't have what I wanted. And you can see the stalker in position, and you can see how it's timed. You can see him in position in front. Now he's looking at his wristwatch. There you go, right now. Excuse me, have you got the time, sorry?
Yeah, 1:45.
Alright, thank you. And as you can see, as soon as I walk out, I stop, and then he looks at his wristwatch. That's just letting the target know when heading back to the car, it's going to be timed. So keep watching, show me heading back to the car now. You'll see the stalkers doing their assignments. Again, all about the timing, letting the target know he's on watch. Keep watching. Alright, heading back to my car. I was in there for around maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes, maybe even 20.